Stop being a bitch.
All right. Hey, yo, I haven't done that in a minute, bro. Huh?
For real.
That's been good.
I've got flashbacks.
Right, yeah, a little flashbacks there. I hadn't done that in a minute. Hey, welcome everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's the good night. It is time for some evening juice with Lemon City Live. Your boy Finstradamus today, bro. Still, although I was off, man, this weekend on my Finstradamus. More on that in a second.
Listen, man, Nostradamus was technically wrong about everything, so don't worry about it.
His conversion percentage was not good. I think I'm a little higher. I got
the fact that the world still exists will tell you everything you need to know about Nostradamus.
Bro, Nostradamus, phony. Finstradamus, bully. Let's go around here. We got the one and only producer Fungus making his third show in a row because he's missed a couple. You know that. Remember that used to be a thing. How we used to celebrate his Iron Man streak. Now he just takes days off whenever he wants.
Then we started doing Friday shows, and that's my Achilles.
Hey, speaking of, wait, where is it? Oh, damn it! This took too long. There it is. Terrible sorry. Speaking of Achilles, the one and only, all the way over sports.
Facts.
Completely. Facts and facts only. I love it. All right. And as you can see here, we're joined by this good-looking gentleman over here on your lower left-hand screen. That is the one, the only one. This is probably legit, not because we're fam, but legit one of the most knowledgeable fans when it comes to Hurricanes. This dude, I ran into, how do I put this? He pulls me over and says, dude, hey, I ran into so-and-so at the mall yesterday. It's crazy. And I'm like, who the hell is that? And he's like, oh, he's a sophomore at such and such high school, but he's already committed to the Canes. He was telling me about sophomores that had committed to the Canes. And I was like, all right, Wonky's, he's one of those guys on another level. He's a big Canes fan. So he's a big diehard. We'll definitely be getting into the Canes, and what a disappointment that is. But before we get started, before we introduce Wonky here, Wonky, we do something here with every person that joins the show for the first time. I know technically this isn't your first time. You were on the podcast many years ago. You spoke 7 words that show.
He still hasn't said a word.
I know. It's the streak is going here, but what we do is, this is your first time here. What we've been doing is, anybody who's their first time in a long time, especially, we do a little 3 questions, okay? So that the people watching that don't know you get to know you a little better, and the people that already know you, get to know you a little better as well. So 3 questions. You pick one or the other. I don't need context. I don't need you to tell me why. This is just to get to know what kind of person you are, right?
Let's do
Number
it.
1. Hold on, let me get my questions here. My questionnaire ready here. All right. Where the hell is it? Okay. Question number 1, Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Ooh, all right. Solid. Question number 2, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo?
Oh, PlayStation all the way, man.
Ah, okay. So that's actually, hold on for that one. All right. Let's. Hey, bro. Let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna change it up. Let's go. Marino or Wade?
Man, that's tough, man.
All right. Yeah. I want context. You got to pick one here. Come on.
I'm gonna say D Wade. 3 championships.
All right. Solid. See now people know you. You play PlayStation. You listen to Tupac, and you got a Dwayne Wade jersey on. So that's good, bro. Solid. Welcome to the show, my friend. This is the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live, episode 49. Damn, we're almost at the 50.
Yeah, man.
Oof. I love that. That's the Duke of Beef Wellington right there. All right, so on today's show, we're obviously going to talk about the disappointing sports weekend for South Florida here. Battle around.
Just top to bottom.
Just top to bottom. When Lewin Diaz making a barehanded catch at a meaningless Marlins game in late September.
Jesus Sanchez guy.
Jesus Sanchez. Sorry, Lewin Diaz hit the walk-off. Yeah. When that's the best you got, and you had every sport playing and you had all these storylines and everything, it's a bad weekend. Anyway, we're gonna talk that. We got Wonky here. We're gonna talk some Canes. But first off, man, Wonky, you can participate if you want. I know you just kind of got thrown into this, but we open up every show now with who's got the juice? Who had the weekend juice? Who's your MVP from the sports weekend? And give us who your biggest phony is. So who wants to go first here?
I'll go first.
All right.
My who's got the juice goes to South Florida native Lamar Jackson, bro.
Ooh,
finally takes care of those Kansas City Chiefs. Does it in epic fashion. You want to go for it on 4th and 1? Mm-hmm. Yeah, coach. Yeah, bro. That was amazing. I'll
be honest. I've fallen in love with that dude this weekend. Like all over. Like I'm not gonna say I was a fringe fan. I was like I wanted him to succeed. I love guys that are different. You know me. I wanted Manziel to succeed when he came in. He just was too weird and too different. You know, and that failed.
Yeah.
But I want Lamar Jackson to change the game, and I'm seeing it, and I'm all in it.
And Wonky, I want you to marinate on this, Wonky. There are 2 starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are from South Florida. Lamar Jackson and our guy at Denver. What's his name? Somebody help me.
Teddy Bridgewater.
And Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater, bro. Both of them did not go to the University of Miami. They both went to Louisville.
That's
all right. I mean, so before you give me your take on that, I just want you to marinate on it. And when we get to Canes, just fucking
just pouring some lighter fluid on the fire.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So what do you got for phony? You got a phony for us this weekend?
Oh, my phony, man. I think it has to go to Manny Diaz.
It's an easy one.
It's the easy one.
So all right, Manny Diaz. Yeah, we'll do some more Fredo later. Kelly, do you want to go next?
There's a shirt about it.
Oh yeah.
So Juice is Derrick Henry, bro, because he had a shitty week 1 and then had to remind everyone, don't forget, bro, I am one of the best players in this league, regardless of position. Just took a dump on everyone. Is like, all right, guys, sorry. It was week 1, got to get the rust out. And he was back. Solid. All right. Oh, and obviously the biggest phony is, I guess not from the weekend, but it counts because it happened earlier today. Okay. So Ben Simmons, bro.
Oh, Ben
Simmons. Officially saying he's holding out.
Yeah.
I don't want to get booed.
Yeah.
Clown phony. Oh, how about that?
Solid. All right. I'm going a little out the box here. Again, I like how we haven't agreed for like the 4th week in a row. We haven't overlapped juice and phonies here. My juice goes to Tyler Junior College quarterback named General Booty. Okay, the son of John David Booty. His name is General Booty.
Wait,
named
David Booty's that old that he has a kid?
Who's in junior college.
College?
Yes. All right. Check this out. General Booty, because apparently the dad, I think John David's his dad or his uncle, one of those. It's from the Booty family.
Okay.
Don't quote me factually unfactual, but it's the Booty fam. Okay.
John David Booty was in college when I was in college, and
maybe kids that are
in college age, bro. That's
well, Tyler. What's the name? General Booty at Tyler Junior College in Tyler, Texas. Okay, check this out. Homeboy was named NJCAA Division I Offensive Player of the Week. Booty was 38 of 56 for 528 yards. He's a quarterback, right? And guess how many touchdowns he threw?
12.
8 touchdowns.
That's insane, man.
Oh my God, hold on a second.
He takes that ass, man.
He definitely does. So he threw 8 touchdowns, passes in a 69-57 win over Navarro College in the SWJCFC opener for both teams over at Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium in Tyler. So
there's so many. A school is low level when it has that many words in it. Always.
Oh, yeah.
If you have 3+ words in your name, you're not good.
It's a handful. But General Booty. That guy. He gets you get the juice, buddy. Good job.
All right. The booty juice.
The booty juice. Who's the biggest phony? Let me show you who the biggest phony is. It's this guy right here. Oh. This dude right here is the biggest phony of the weekend.
Man,
because I actually
finally did it to him.
I did it to myself. I'm the biggest phony because this guy right here on the screen that you're looking at really believed that the Dolphins could put up a fight against the Bills, so much so that I benched the Bills in both my fantasy football leagues. Okay. And had I started the Bills in both my fantasy football leagues, I would have been 2-0 this weekend and not 0-2. So I get the biggest phony because I am just a complete sapingo for thinking that the Dolphins could put up a fight against the Bills. I'm an idiot. So there you have it. Biggest phony there is right here. I went 0-2 in fantasy football this weekend because I thought that the Bills, I thought the Dolphins were going to put up a fight, and that was bad. We'll get into it, but that was just bad. And I guess I was really looking. I'm like, who's the biggest phony? And I just kept looking in the mirror, and I'm like, nope, it's you. It's you.
It's not fair because that's pretty much every week, but I appreciate that you stepped up.
I have a little level of self-awareness here. You know what I mean? So I at times I showcase it. So also, hey, big thanks to we forgot to mention at the beginning here. Big thanks to the 5 Reasons Sports team for letting us stream on their YouTube page. I know they just gave us a retweet, so we appreciate all the new viewers popping in and hanging out with us. Stick around, stay a while. It's gonna be a good time. Juanqui,
by the way,
we didn't give you any.
Before we go forward, I remember I shared that list with you guys of the funniest names in college football.
Yeah,
and General Booty's number 1 on that list.
General Booty is an all-timer, dude. Such a good one.
Parenting.
Who's seen more butts? Yeah, that's the center. Yeah. General Booty of the Dolphins here. All right, Juanqui, your guest. I know you didn't prep for this. We knew what we were doing here with this juice and phonies. Is there anybody that comes to mind that you think had the juice for the weekend?
Well, I'm kind of biased, but I'm going to say for juice, Mel Tucker, Michigan State. They came in, beat down the Hurricanes, nothing but transfer portal guys. I did not expect that. 21 points, beating my team. It was just bad.
Disgusting.
The phony, I got to call them out. FSU. 3 weeks ago.
They were my phony last week.
Who did they lose to this weekend?
They're 0-3 for like the first time since 1970 something. So,
well, to be fair, I mean, we should be 0-3. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? We should be 0-3 here, but I guess
we're not.
Dude, even if the Canes were 0-3, they still wouldn't have losses as bad as all of FSU's losses.
Yeah, I guess it's a bad look for them, but yeah. All right. So that was a good round of phonies and who's got the juice there. Thanks again for participating there. I know we put you on the spot there, Juanqui, but all right, man. Let's get to it. I know we brought you here to talk Canes, but we're gonna open up with the Dolphins though, bro, because it's been a hard watch, bro. As Finster Damas, I got to tell you, I didn't expect what happened. And I think my confidence has been shooketh. I think I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt. I'm not going to say I'm hurt, dog. I'm not going to do the Ed Reed thing, I'm just...
regular hurt.
I'm just regular, real fan hurt here, man. I'm usually, like last season, I was carrying the Tua flag all season long and everything. I'm genuinely like concerned, hurt. Like, bro, I don't know what's happening. I have no clue, no grasp. This week we can get beat 35-0 again, and I'll be like, yeah, that could happen. Or we could, pull it off and have a great win. Where are we? No, Vegas? No, we're gonna lose. And it's just it's hard times right now, man. Last week at this a week ago today, we were doing the show, and I was super excited because even though after a shaky win, we were still going to be in first place no matter what. I
changed my name to "I told you so." All of your faces, telling me I don't know anything, I don't know. Wah. I'm not saying I knew they were going to lose 35-0, but I knew they weren't a good team.
Yeah,
because all the signs were there, even in a win.
I give it to you. I definitely give it to you. You're right. I'll take that. But I couldn't fathom a way that I could be this shook. Like I just got, Mike Tyson haymaker to the face, and I'm just dazed right now. I don't know what to do. Tua's hurt. Is he long-term hurt? Does this prove like the fragility issues that everybody says? He got
pancake because Jesse Davis is the slowest man alive.
Bro.
He looks like he was playing a different football game.
Yeah.
On the one that Tua got hurt. The guy was past him before he even got out of his stance, and I don't understand how that's even possible.
That's horrible.
So bad, man.
They should have I was telling you, I tweeted it out. I was like, you know what? They should arrest the whole O-line and the coaching staff for like complicit in an attempted
if
homicide.
they two out there again, they should literally be charged with a crime.
Yeah, right. Because that was the worst.
He's gonna get hurt.
That was the worst blocking. There wasn't blocking. It was so bad. Like from all 5 positions along, the tight ends, nobody. Like he was literally being fed to a pack of savage dogs there, just Rousseau, who we should have drafted instead of that bum Phillips, had 2 sacks. Yep. The Bills just ate us up so much. Tua was in for what, like 7 plays before he had to be carted off.
To death.
Oh my God, 7 plays and like 6 of them he was hit. You know what I mean? Like it was a tough watch, man.
Do you blame Tua or do you blame
the
offense?
Yeah.
I blame the O-line.
No, the front office. Okay. Because the first year they came in and they spent heavy on defense, drafted defensive players, and the defense is good. So you're like, okay, offense sucks. Maybe they can figure it out. They come into this next season. Oh, we have all the picks and we have all the cash. And what do? Nothing. They did nothing to fix the team.
Nothing. It's true.
Jalen Waddle is ineffective.
Waddle. That's it.
He's good, but he could
never play again, and we won't know anything. Like he could just be completely taken out of this offense by the defense, and we won't know anything. Like
so that's your first pick, and then the next pick, who was Jalen Phillips, doesn't play. Javon Holland, your only good rookie so far. You bench him for old ass McCourty.
Yep.
Eisenberg or whatever Eichenberg is another disaster on the offensive line. It was a terrible draft.
Speaking of drafts.
Yeah, Noah's inactive. I don't know how to say his name. Noah
Igbenogany.
Yeah, it's an awkward guy like Achilles over there.
It's not even playing right now.
No, it's really, really trash. So I went on and I was like, okay, this is ineptitude. Like you said, because I was like, I know Achilles is gonna say they've had all this time and it's so horrendous that we could be out there this far into it after all these picks and all this stuff, and this is what we have to show for it. I knew Achilles was gonna come with that, so I was like, you know what? How bad is this? Let me look at just our first round picks in the last few years. Let me see, are we hitting home runs on these picks? Are we swinging and missing? Because recent memory serves me like, okay, no, we've had a bunch of picks, but they're really not doing well. So I went back to 2010, right? And every first round pick that we've had here, now this is before the Chris Greer era, and including his era. So the 2010 first round pick, Jared Audrick. The only thing I remember about Jared Audrick as a Dolphin was he used to do the Pee Wee Herman dance. When he was, remember, that was the guy. That was legit. He'd hit you with the little, the tequila. Any other Jared Audrick? Do you even I think he went to Jacksonville after us, and that's it. He faded into Bolivia, right? Mike Pouncey, 2011.
That's a good pick.
That was a good pick.
Solid pick. It was a solid pick, but the problem is no longer here. I know it's been 10 years since we drafted him, but it feels like he's been gone longer than he was here. You know what I mean? And it's a center. They didn't build off of it. They didn't have a good O-line.
He was good, but they didn't continue to build on that offensive line.
And I think he's one of the guys that they got rid of when they decided to tank for Tua. Am I wrong?
I think he's been gone for 2 or 3 years.
I thought that was Tunsil.
Yeah.
When they traded away Tunsil and said, "Fuck it, we're done."
Well, let's keep going down this list here. 2012, Ryan Tannehill.
Woo!
Tennessee
legend.
Ugh, that guy. What a bum.
He's better than our quarterback right now.
You watch your mouth, all right?
He is.
I played the wrong sound, but it kind of works. Listen, you don't know what you're talking about, all right? So let's go. Let me pull up my list here again. All right, where was I? Tannehill, 2012. All right, 2013, Deion Jordan. We traded up to second or third pick and got Deion Jordan and
never played.
That's the worst.
Because he was always in trouble. And then when he was not in trouble, he was awful, right?
But you trade, and then you traded up for trouble. That's awful. Yeah. But Deion Jordan. But let's keep going because I know you said he might be the worst, but wait till you see the rest of this list here. Juwan Man, 2014. Remember Juwan James?
Was fine.
Yeah.
He was solid. Yeah. But for a first round pick,
he's better than any offensive lineman we have right now.
That may be true. I mean? That may be true. But the thing is, you pick a guy in the first round as an O-line, you gotta hit on more of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
If it's outside of the top 10, it's like if you could get a full-time starter out of a first-round pick, that's fine.
Well, Juwan James, I don't remember what his pick number was. My bad for not including it on my list here. But the thing is, you want cornerstones in the first round. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't picking in the late 20s because we weren't making deep runs into these playoffs. So these guys are, mid-teens to single-digit early picks here. So again, Juwan James, you wanted something, you expected something, and he was a decent guy. But you can get a decent guy like that in the third or fourth round if you got good scouting. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't have to waste the first round pick, and that's where it's disappointing. 2015, Devontae Parker.
Fine. He's fine.
I've started to come around on him, but we're also talking 6 years later for a first round receiver. It's a waste.
He's a number two. He's an okay number 2.
Yeah, but again,
you know what I mean?
To me, that's a fail pick.
If he was Stephon Diggs, he would have caught that fucking ball in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not a number 1. He just isn't.
Yeah. So
he has number 1 flashes. He's had plenty of number 1 games.
He's
not consistently. He's not as.
He's had a few moments. I'm not going to say plenty. I'll say a few moments. But again, for a guy who was a top 10 pick, who you really had high expectations for, to me, that's a strikeout. This is a fail pick. You know what I mean? 2016, Laramie Tunsil. You thought you had a steal because he dropped, and then
he was good. You just traded him.
He was good. You traded him, but again,
that's good. No, that Laramie Tunsil is what got us our entire defense.
Yeah,
maybe. All right, I'll give you that.
But
2017,
is a nightmare.
Yeah,
2017, Charles Harris. Is that guy still on the team?
No chance.
No, basura. Like that guy has like 4 tackles in his career. 2018, Minka Fitzpatrick. We gave up on him for a year. Trade him away. He turned out to probably be, right now, out of all the players that we've listed, he probably might be the highest profile player right now. And higher profile than any of the guys before him too. Like he's really become like the next Polamalu over there in Pittsburgh, and it's kind of scary. 2019, Christian Wilkins.
He's good.
Christian Wilkins. I like him.
He's good.
But it's a D tackle. You're not going to see much of him. He does a lot of stuff that goes unseen, drawing double teams, putting pressure in the front to allow the other guys to come in.
But that's fine. There's nothing that says that your first round draft pick has to be a superstar. I know. In commercials and shit.
I get it. But
he's a huge reason why that defense is good.
That's true. I'll give you that. But again, I don't know because I don't have the list here. I don't know who we passed up on to get him. I just hope that there wasn't anybody that could have made a bigger impact right away.
There's always something.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Now we get into 2020 here. Tua, obviously right now, sad. It's a sad moment. I've been the big Tua fan here. I've been carrying the flag, like I said. I'm worried. I'm legit. This is the most concerned I've ever been because this is giving the fuel to all the hater fires. The Achilles over here who says he's too fragile. Everybody else who says
I didn't like him before he got here. I don't think he was the best quarterback in that draft. And I'm not blaming him for all his problems.
I know.
He doesn't have the skill set to play behind a shitty offensive line.
Yeah, that's true. But again, what I hate is that the tragic turn of events after Sunday is giving fuel to all these other guys that are hating. And I hope we don't fuck this up. I'm just saying.
It's been fucked up,
it's
bro.
Scary. The second guy we picked, Austin Jackson.
Oh, nightmare.
Nightmare. Like he can't stay on the field, doesn't know what he's doing. He's like on the field, doesn't know what he's doing. Can't get on the field because he's either getting COVID or getting injured. The third guy we picked, because we had 3 in the first round, Noah, your boy from I tried spelling it. I spelled it completely wrong on my list.
Yeah. You could Google that,
Well, I was trying to go off memory, and I was like, yeah, I got this. I think I wrote Igbohanami.
You've never had it. Huh? You're gonna get it. You said you got this, but you've never had it.
I can't even spell
never said it right first.
Yeah, I was trying to spell Tagovailoa the other day. I just wrote TUA. And
you got another phony just for that. You got another phony.
Yeah, that's me, bro. Let's see here. What do I got here? And then this year with the Waddle and the Phillips picks. Bro, that's a bad track. We had a lot of picks in 11 years in the first round, including 5 in the last 2.
I don't think I don't think you can say that Waddle was a bad pick. He hasn't
No,
not been bad. He hasn't been
saying that
bad.
he's
a
been
bad
the
pick.
only good player on offense. I'm saying it's the wrong pick for this specific team. He doesn't help this team because you don't even have 2 seconds to throw the ball, and his whole thing is getting behind the defense.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
That's
my
true.
problem initially, before we saw how bad this offensive line was adding another injury-prone receiver when you have 6 receivers that are already injury-prone. The skill was never the problem.
We probably could have drafted Sewell or another offensive lineman or whatever
Sorry, not to interrupt you. Go ahead.
But Waddle would have been available where we got Phillips, probably.
I don't know. I don't know if he would have been available. I know we have that nice clip of you saying, "Oh, Waddle, probably 2nd round pick." Way off.
No, they reached.
I didn't want Sewell because drafting Sewell that high would have admitted that you were wrong with every other offensive line draft pick that you
doesn't matter. But if that's your number one problem, you have to try and fix.
I know, but
bro.
it's. I get why they didn't draft him, and I would have wanted to draft him because I gotta believe that you fucking knew what you were doing after so many picks and so many free agencies. Like
the
you got
offensive line was horse shit last year. It was bad last year. Why would you not try and fix it? That's stupid. You're like, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. That's a terrible reason, and now your franchise quarterback's hurt because you didn't want to, admit that you were wrong, bro. That's terrible reasoning.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what's going on that 5 Reasons YouTube channel, but we're getting some comments from fucking Hitler and whatever language that is. That's weird.
I hope it's not like some really bad.
It probably is. I'm assuming if they have Hitler in there.
I'm assuming that's probably some bad. Yeah, let's not put those.
Great job
comments
moderating YouTube. Really well done.
Seriously.
So
wow.
So anyway, look. The point is, right now the Dolphins situation is a hot mess, bro. And I think right now, for the first time, we've been giving Chris Greer a ton of praise for accumulating picks, for accumulating assets per se.
It's what they did with the defense. They're like, oh shit, completely changed that defense, turned into one of the best in the league. So we're like, all right, give them a chance. And this year has been a fucking disaster.
So now the question is, though, can we, like, are we at the point of no return? Like, how doomed do you feel right now with this team?
I don't think it's a point of no return because the Dolphins still have a lot of assets and money. They can, eventually they do. They can fix their mistake, but they have to get it right.
Too late.
It's not too late, dude.
You're not going to change an entire offensive line once the season has started, dude.
Dude, we've seen teams go from worst to first, literally, in a season.
Like, by bringing in all new players.
Well, for example,
or them just figuring it out.
This team is
this offensive line is not going to figure it out ever. They didn't figure it out last year, and they somehow got worse.
But that's the thing. They've never had this offensive line for years now has never had enough cohesion or time playing with each other to be able to figure it out. Why? Because guys get hurt or guys just really suck and they have to ship them out. There's never been like a core set of guys that play with each other long enough to show improvements. Yeah. It's never happened.
Well, then you can't bring in people.
Hold on. Someone's knocking at the door. Wonky, I feel like you've been wanting to say something here for a while. Go ahead.
Just throw this out there. I mean, it's only week 2, Last year, they won 10 games. You got to give them some time. I know the offensive tackle, it's an issue, but we have one of the best defenses in the league right now. Mm-hmm. And you just beat the New England Patriots, which has one of the best defenses in the league. With Buffalo, you're probably getting the number 2 defensive line right behind the Rams. So, the offensive line, it's bad. They're going to make them look worse. Let's see how it goes with the season. We have some names. Yeah. We won 10 games last season. Let's just see what happens. It's a long season.
I'll tell you this much. Last week, I told you one thing. The reason I didn't pick Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to be phonies was because I wasn't worried. I said, look, there's the Packers can go week 2, kick ass as usual. Everything's back to normal. They go in there, and that's exactly what they did. I don't have anywhere near that level of confidence that the Dolphins can turn it around in 1 week. And Taylor, I don't care what you say. I don't play Madden on rookie level. All right, I play on all Madden. And yes, I'm winning the Super Bowl because I'm that damn good. All right, so stop hating, bro.
Like I said, the defense is elite. That's great. But look what happened in a game where they held that team to 14 points at halftime. And like it happened last year, where as the season kept wearing on, the defense was still good, but they were just dead. And the offense somehow looks worse than it did last year. With whoever is in that quarterback, whoever in both games, I don't care what anyone tries to tell me. And against the Patriots, they did not look good. They had 2 good drives, and that's it. Everything else was a disaster. And now you come out here and you look like what I thought they were going to look like, because they don't have any answers.
All right.
Yeah. So when I was at the game on Sunday, at the end of the game, I wanted to talk about in my article, about the drops, about how many drops they had, which was a problem.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, but the more I looked at it, it's glaring, the apparent that the fucking offensive line is just hot garbage, and for me, it's just the fact that like how I said, they haven't had enough cohesion. I even asked post game, Robert Hunt, how long does it take for an O-line, given his experience, how long does it take an O-line to mesh and start working as a unit? And he says he said, I don't agree with him. He said it doesn't really have anything to do with that you have to work with guys and trust the guys, that they're young, but they can't, there's no excuse. They can't keep saying that shit. He said that shit. I thought that was awesome. And then he said, we're working to be better and they'll be better. And I really hope that, that group of guys, that they're not going to start shifting them around. You got to let them fucking stumble. And I think that's been the Dolphins' problem, is that when the offensive line starts fucking up, they start shifting guys around. Obviously the injuries
you can't play
are reason for that, but
line.
exactly, you got to let the same guys stay in their same positions and fucking get their ass beat for a few games so they can figure shit out.
I just don't think those guys are good enough to figure it out. Just period.
Maybe not, but we'll never find out if we keep playing musical chairs with them.
Well, but that's another thing I've been saying this year. Like at the start of the season, I was like, this is all on coaching. I'm not going to smash Tua or whoever, because this is his second year with all the same guys, all the same whatever. And they have no idea how to get around it. All they can do is call slants, and that's about it. That's as far as, we were all like, oh, Champ Gailey's ruining everything. And they fire him, and then they hire 2 guys that no one's ever heard of. And now you have 2 offensive coordinators, and they both equally suck. So,
all right. Let me ask you a couple of quick questions here so we can move on. First off, this was was this the worst loss in recent memory? Like, what's the worst? Because 35-0 at home, and the way it was, like, just getting pounded. There's only one game in my mind that hurts, or that reminds me of something this bad, and I think it was 2001. The Jets beat us 21-0 at home here in Miami. Similar circumstance, but I was watching that game in New Jersey at a friend's house with a bunch of Jets fans, and that just forever terrible. Stings, because I'm sitting there like an idiot with my Ricky. I think I didn't have a Ricky Williams jersey. I had somebody's jersey on, and I was like,
Fiedler, clown,
probably Jay Fiedler, some bum like that, thinking I had a chance, and we got smoked. So, where does this loss rank in recent memory for you guys, real quick?
I feel like last year the team. I felt like that when they lost to the Broncos last year.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, there was nothing last year that was worse than this.
No, because they were playing. I feel that they were like leading into that game. They were playing really good, and it was like, oh, this is it. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna smoke them, and they had to pull Tua out of the game because everyone was so, not just him, but everyone was so bad.
That's true.
Against the worst team in the league.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with that. The Dolphins were expected to win that game.
And they were on a roll at the time. Yeah. For me this year, like, this is embarrassing, but I told you guys after that win that it wasn't good. This team is not very good.
Gotcha. Wonky, what does it rank for you?
I mean, I think Buffalo last year, the last game of the season, losing that one, missing out on the playoffs was worse, because I went into that game thinking, okay, we win this game, we're going to the playoffs.
I think we all went into it being like, meh.
That was a good letdown.
I got you. I'll say this is the worst loss since Marino's last game. How about that? This is embarrassing.
Bro, it's a week 2 game, bro.
I know, man, but this dude, We got punched in the face like 2 plays in, 5 plays in, our quarterback's out. We look like a complete shit show. They were up 14-0 on us in like what felt like a blink of an eye, and we got lucky that our defense said, "Oh shit, we gotta, hold." They turned into Braveheart all of a sudden and just held the line there and saved us because it could have been so much worse.
It should have been.
Yeah, they had chances.
They had chances, bro.
Grant fumbling in the red zone. It could be 14-9 going into the half.
For sure.
Yeah.
Could have been.
It was all there, but then all the issues, the offensive line and the drops, all came back.
All right, so are we as Dolphin fans right now? Are we setting off the panic alarm? Are we freaking out? Is the season about to get away from us, or are we still keeping it cool? Are we setting the alarm? Tell me, yes or no?
I think for playoffs, yes.
Right now, are we set the season? I mean, if playoffs is an end goal here, if you're thinking playoffs, then you're okay right now. Because if you still got playoffs in sight, on the mind, then you're okay right now. So are you setting off the alarm?
No.
Okay. Wonky, you?
No, it's just week 2.
Phillies, you?
They're terrible.
They're terrible.
What anyone has to say. Like,
but are you setting off the panic alarm as a fan? Is this season getting away from us?
You can't rely every single week on your defense getting takeaways and scoring for you. You just can't. Again, last year there was times where the offense looked like garbage, and it never looked as bad as it has this last 2 weeks.
I'm telling you, bro. See, I'm with you. I'm setting off that alarm. I'm panicking. I'm freaking out. I'm running around. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to act right now because I'm legit the most shookest I've been in a long time. I don't even know.
And I remember right when we were like doing the season preview right before it started.
Scary alarm.
And I told you guys that I looked at the depth chart and it was 100% the same exact team that we had last year. That's when I knew there was a problem because they were able to eke out some wins last year because of the defense. And that's the only reason why. No other reason. And you just can't rely. That's not a reliable thing.
Not sustainable.
Xavier Howard getting that fumble was outrageous. There was no reason for that to happen.
Tell you, man, it's bad.
And that's what he does.
Hard time.
I understand that, but you can't rely on that because even last year, everyone's like, "Oh, Tua was so great against the Cardinals." Guess what? He was playing with a touchdown advantage in that game. Without the defense, that's probably a loss.
Yeah,
that's my thing. The defense is great. They're unbelievable. Even with, I think, bad coaching, they overcome it because I don't understand the scheme that they run with 1 linebacker and 6 defensive backs, and then they're like, "Oh, we don't know why we can't stop the run." Well.
Well, I'm agreeing with Jonathan here. I think we can trade the O-line. Why not? Maybe we might get a 6th-round pick for all of them. Solid optimism there from our fans, from our fellow Dolphin fans here. All right, so let's keep with this panic alarm theme here, okay? Wonky, you're gonna participate in this here, all right? I've got a list here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams, okay? 5 teams that I've picked that I think have interesting storylines. I want you to put yourself in the perspective of the fan base, okay? So this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna start off with the Vikings. All right, Vikings are 0-2. They lost to the Bengals in Week 1 in overtime, 27-24, and they lost to the Cardinals this week, 34-33. Combined, both losses 4 points, but they're 0-2. Right? They got Kirk Cousins, they got Dalvin Cook, they got weapons, they got all the stuff. They always got some hype. Both games were on the road. They're at home this week hosting the Seahawks, right? Who are coming off a loss. Then they got the Browns and Lions. They got 3 straight home games. All right. Kirk Cousins having a pretty good season. 5 touchdowns, got like 600 yards passing. Dalvin Cook's having a solid season, got about 200 yards rushing already in 2 games. As a Vikings fan here, at 0-2, are you sounding the alarm? Are you going to hit the panic alarm? Or are you going to be like, all right, you know what? We're okay. We're going to be cool. What about you, Wonky? You can start us off.
Yeah, no, I mean, last week they should have won. That missed field goal there at the end, was a gimme. They got a good squad. Like you said, they got Dalvin Cook. They got Kirk Cousins. They got KJ Osborne from the U, 3rd option, playing really good. They got Jefferson as well. They got a squad. They almost beat the Cardinals, which in my opinion, they're the 2nd best team in the NFC behind the Buccaneers. Just my opinion. They got a squad as well.
So you're not ringing the alarm. You're not hitting the panic alarm. Okay.
No.
Solid. Gus, what about you?
No, I don't think you can, this early in the season, losing 2 close games like that, I don't think you should be ringing the alarm. especially with the amount of weapons they have.
All right. Achilles, you?
No, but because, like, what's their expectations? What, winning 11 games, maybe getting a first-round exit? Like, they'll be fine. They'll probably do that again.
Yeah? All right. You guys are omitting something here.
You like that?
That's Kirk Cousins, who's the quarterback there, okay? You guys are having a lot of faith.
That was Cindy the intern. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys got a lot of faith in Kirk Cousins, okay? If
They
I'm
do it
gonna
every year, bro.
you guys got to put yourself in the fans' perspective here. You're a Vikings fan. You've been dying for an opportunity for Kirk Cousins to leave you because he's Kirk Cousins. And now you're torn. Do you sound the panic alarm? Do you freak out because you're 0-2 and you might be able to get rid of Kirk Cousins, or is he going to do Kirk Cousins things and rebound and get you back and then disappoint you again?
You said it yourself that he's
playing
well.
So if I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, I'm gonna freak out right now. Every little thing you're 0-2. This is a bad news for them. I know they have 3 home games, but Seattle's tough. You're playing Seattle, even though you're at home for this one. Seattle's coming off a loss where they were at home. They just lost. Who did they lose to this week? Wasn't it Titans? No, they lost to
Titans.
Yeah, they lost to Titans. They're all of a sudden freaking out. They're coming in strong. You got a chance here, Minnesota. If you don't win this game at 0-3, the season's over. That's done. So I'm definitely that's my new panic alarm. Okay, I like that one better. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm going with. All right, let's go to the next team. Speaking of team that beat the Seahawks this week, Titans. Mm-hmm. All right, this is where the Titans are right now. They're 1-1. They got smashed by the Cardinals, 38-13, week 1. We ranked on Tennessee Tenard. We told them, the team is trash. Tannehill got sacked 6 times, fumbled twice, had 2 interceptions. Trash game. Or no, not 1 interception. Really, really bad. This week, they go to Seattle, and that was at home against the Cardinals. This week, they go to Seattle. Makes no sense. This is why you don't know anything about football. Nothing. None of us does anything. We all would have picked Tennessee to win at home, coming off the good season last season to open the season, and then to go into Seattle and struggle. No, complete opposite. We don't know anything. Achilles already gave his bully to Henry. He's still a bully. The guy's a monster. Tannehill, surprisingly, even though he's been sacked a million times, 1 touchdown and 1 INT, but he's been sacked 9 times in 2 games. So there's cause to worry there. If you're a Tannehill fan like Tennessee Tenard, you're going to always panic there. As a Titans fan, are you worried? Are you hitting the alarm? Who wants to go first?
No, man. I don't think you can ring the panic button or whatever you like to say.
All right.
Bro, you have Derrick Henry. He fucking scored 3 touchdowns in the last game. Julio Jones finally put up some good numbers. He had 128 yards.
Dude,
Ryan Tannehill threw for 347 yards. Yeah. They played a good game, dude. I think you finally you saw in week 2 what you thought you would have seen in week 1.
Got you. Did you see I was watching because, I'm a Red Zone guy, so I was watching Red Zone, and Achilles would have never seen this because he refuses to enjoy life. While I was watching the Titans in the Red Zone, they mentioned that Julio Jones had surpassed 100 yards for the 69th time in his career. Nice. He tied amazing. Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison, who felt like he played for a million years. You know what I mean? Yeah. Julio Jones has been around for a long time, but I think it was, I believe, might be wrong, but I believe it's 69 times that he's
surpassed 100 yards.
Surpassed 100 yards in a game. That's impressive.
So for the rest of his career, should he just stop at 99?
If he was Gronk, he would stop right there. He would retire.
Oh yeah, if he was Gronk, he'd retire today. That was good. But impressive though with Julio Jones though, man. If Julio Jones,
unbelievable his whole career, he was just stuck in Atlanta.
It's just to me, if Julio Jones and AJ Green, if I saw them both at the supermarket here, I wouldn't even know that I saw them. I cannot tell you what any of those guys look like.
You would know what Julio Jones.
I mean, they're large individuals, so I might assume, but the face.
AJ Green can pass for just a tall guy that you ran into. Julio Jones is a fucking unit, dude.
Yeah.
Normal people don't just walk around looking like Julio Jones. All
right. Juanqui, are you hitting the alarm or what?
No, absolutely not. I mean, as long as they go to the playoffs, when they went to the AFC Championship game, they were 9-7, I think, made it. Just go to the playoffs. They beat the Seahawks. They should be feeling good. I don't see the reason to panic.
All right. And Achilles, I'm assuming you're not on it either, right?
No, man. They played. Listen, you can look bad week 1. That's fine. Yeah. It's your first game.
Yeah.
And then you come back week 2 and look unbelievable. All right, we're good to go, bro. Especially against a good team.
And I'm with you 100%. I agree. I'm not going to hit the panic alarm, but I am going to hit this for all the Tannehill fans out there. Just a disappointment, bro. That's what you got to look forward to. 9 sacks, mediocre.
Oh, almost throwing for 400 yards. What a piece of crap.
If Derrick Henry isn't rushing for 3 touchdowns a game and 200 yards a game like he does, Tennessee's in trouble. You know what I mean? Tennessee's in trouble. I still have no faith in Tannehill.
No one says that he's the main guy, but to act like he doesn't fit in that team and hasn't made them better is just straight up dumb, bro.
Anyway, maybe I'm dumb. I mean, I am a phony. So, speaking of Julio Jones and his former team here, let's go Falcons. All right, Falcons are 0-2. They got crushed by the Eagles week 1, 32-6. The Bucks, man, Brady. 49 years old, 77 years old. I don't know how old he is. 5 touchdowns. Just doesn't even break a sweat. I don't even know if they touched him this week. Bucks win 48-25. Matt Ryan got real old real quick, huh? He's just how much of your soul gets taken when you lead 28-3 in a Super Bowl and then lose, bro? It is.
That'll put 50 years on you quick.
It's true, bro.
He probably hasn't slept well since. That's got to be it.
I'm telling you, dude. Brady is
sleep
just
will age you.
Brady is just like Shang Tsung, bro. He's just a soul taker, man. He's just out there just sucking these teams and these cities. Everything he does, he just trolls Atlanta at every he's relentless when it comes to. Did you see the conspiracy theory? He posted a video about getting everybody excited for the game against the Falcons last week. Did you hear the story? So he posted a video on social media, and he was telling it was just for the Bucks IG or something like that. Just a video saying, "Hey guys, get ready. We're gonna take on the Falcons." Blah 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 blah. All these crazy conspiracy theorists noticed something. If you look over his shoulder, the computer monitor that was in the background had a screensaver that said Tampa Bay, but the time when he recorded the video, 3:28 p.m. Coincidence?
No,
I think not.
Especially if it was done by Bucks. If that was something from Bucks social media, there's 0 chance that's by accident.
I'm telling you, and it was because you don't you gotta be looking at it. When they first said it, I was like, "Where's the clock?" You have to look. I'm like, "Oh my god, it is 3:28." Wow, that's next level because Brady's on his A game, bro. I love it.
That's hilarious.
Also with the Falcons here, negative 49 point differential so far this season, the worst in the NFL. Is it? How bad is it? I mean, are we sounding the alarm?
Drafted Pitts and let him fall to us, bro. They need to fix that defense, bro. Jesus Christ.
We could have been so much better, man. So much better had they realized that they were done. Back in when the draft happened, and they would have gone with the quarterback and let us get Pitts, bro.
Hey, that's what the Falcons having the season they're having is 50% of the reason why you're Finsterdamus right now, because you called it a long time ago.
Yep. I did. I'm pretty proud of that one, bro. Wonky, Falcons, what are we doing? We freaking out?
Dude, big time. That's, to me, one of the worst organizations. And that defense sucks the way that they suck. It's dude, it's there. Get a defensive lineman, Yeah. They went with Kyle Pitts. They've had Ridley. They've had Julio Jones. They've had Todd Gurley. A bunch of good offensive players.
Devontae Freeman. They've had a bunch of guys.
Devontae Freeman. Yeah, dude. I don't know what they're doing, man.
Yeah. I really wanted Pitts for the Dolphins before the draft, and to me, it made no sense that they drafted him. I was saying it for before, like Achilles was mentioning. Matt Ryan just got old, bro. He's just not. He's 36, but he's like a 46 right now. You know what I mean? He's just not up there. It's not working. And to build around that guy this late in the career and think you can just one guy you can draft and it's going to fix your whole organization again. And the same season you got rid of Julio Jones. I know Calvin Ridley's a beast, but Julio Jones can still do shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You didn't help yourself here. And it's hard times, man. And I for one, I'm enjoying watching Atlanta burn, bro. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. So,
General Sherman style.
Yeah, dude. All right, here we go. Now we got 2 more teams left.
Woo! Civil War jokes. Let's go.
All right, 2 more teams here, real quick. These are interesting. Okay, like I said, I could have gone with 0-2 teams here. No, I picked a 1-1 team here, and this is the team that I picked. The Chiefs. if you're a Chiefs fan, all right, let me preface it here, okay? The Chiefs, they lost to the Ravens by 36-35, all right? I don't think there's any shame in losing to the Ravens. I think that's fine. That's a good, but on top of it, they scored 30 points in back-to-back games. It's good. But when you score 30 points in back-to-back games and you lose one of the games, that's kind of bad. Is the defense a real cause for concern here, or is this kind of like the Warriors where they just have so much offense, that it eventually becomes defense, like when in basketball? Or should you be worried if you're the Chiefs here at 1-1? Are you not as invincible as you thought? Is this maybe the right time to lose a game? Like you're feeling like, like, hey, all right, we lost it. We got it out of the way. Maybe the pressure's off us. People will lay off us. Or maybe is this more added pressure? Because let's look at their upcoming schedule. They got the Chargers next. Chargers always play them hard. These division games are always hard. So the Chargers game is a tough one. Then they're at the Eagles, right? Going all the way to the East Coast. We don't know yet what to feel about the Eagles. So that could be a win. But then home against the Bills. Then they go back across the country to Washington, which is, we've established, solid defense, right? They're going to be tested there. They should win, though. Then they go to Tennessee and play the Titans, we just discussed. We still think they're a good team. There's a scenario here where they can have a couple of L's here rolling into the midseason. If you're a Chiefs fan, are you concerned? Are you hitting the alarm? Who wants to go?
No way, man. Back-to-back 30-point games. Yeah, they gave up 30 points and pretty much in each game. They gave up 29 in that Browns game, which is almost whatever. But still, like, the only reason they lost is because they didn't have the ball last.
Okay.
That's the only reason they lost. You know what I mean? Which is that normally you're not going to get Lamar Jackson saying, yeah, let's go for it. That's not going to happen in every game. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So they're going to win more often than not, and they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to go on their run. They're fine.
All right. Achilles?
Like you said, it's just they're not as invincible as everyone felt they were. But they're still favored to me. They're still favorites in every game they play. But I feel like last year everyone was it was a given. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like it's going to be close. And the problem is, towards the end of last year, it was a lot of we're falling behind and we got to play catch up. To me, that's more of the problem. Is that they have to do that every single game. And just like I said with the Dolphins, like you can't trust your defense to win every game for you. You never know. A ball, a gust of wind can blow a ball, an inch to the left, and then all of a sudden your deep pass doesn't land, and your comeback is dead. Not because anything you did, but because you can't trust to be down 10 plus points every single game and be like, we're fine. We're going to do it. Don't worry, guys.
But is that enough to hit the panic button?
No. Like I said, it's not panic button. But if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm not as cocky going into every game. No, they're still great, bro.
Yeah.
They lost to the MVP of the league one year. That's not a big deal.
Fair enough. All right. Wonky, you got anything?
I mean, they're not going to lose to the Eagles. I'm just going to say that right now.
Dude, if it's a 12 o'clock kick, those 12 o'clock kicks for the West Coast teams, we all know, are tough.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
Kansas City's not really West Coast.
True.
I'm panicking on their defense. I will say that. I mean, 2 games where you allowed that many points.
Yeah.
I'm getting that kind of like feeling like, remember the Seahawks when they lost to the Patriots on that second Super Bowl, and then they came back and they weren't as good. There's something about that defense. The Ravens with a 4th-string running back. I don't even know who that guy was. He just came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Ran it for like 50 yards, So, I mean, the defense, I'm panicking over the defense.
Okay, so we got we'll give it a semi-panic. Here we go. We'll do some of this here. All right.
Well, if I hear that, I'm panicking all the way.
All right. So, hold on. Let me get my notes here real quick. All right. Oh, shut up. All right. That was a lot longer than I wanted it to go.
If anybody's listening to this in their fucking car right now, they just freaked out.
You're not getting pulled over. My
Everybody
apologies.
looked at their rearview mirror.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna hit the panic, and I'm gonna tell you why. Wonky's reason, the defense worries me. I know that their offense, like Gus says, as long as they have the ball last, they're going to keep scoring points. Their offense is so powerful, it's almost like a defense. But the defense scares me because also this is year 3 of an incredible run. There's fatigue. There's a lot of expectation. if Mahomes and the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be their third straight trip. There's something to be said with the pressures that come with that. Tired. We saw it happen with the Heat. Eventually you just get gassed. Maybe and that's the test, the mental fortitude test here for these teams that are at such an elite level when they get to this point is how do they react to these games. To me, I'm gonna be panicking as a fan, but I think the real test will be these next few weeks. If they survive this little, what do they got? The Eagles and the Bills. If they win the next 2 games, they're back on easy street,
Mm-hmm.
But if they struggle against the Eagles and then lose to the Bills, which we know is a really good team, and it's at Buffalo, then they could be in some serious shit. And then all of a sudden, shit's hitting the fan and everybody's panicking, So to me, I think there's definitely cause to be concerned, but we'll see. I'm gonna give them, the benefit of the doubt. They're a dope ass team, bro. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see here. Okay, the last one. And this last team here, I'm changing it up a little bit, all right? Now, I want to look at this from the perspective, not from the team, but as the league here, okay? If you're the rest of the league, are you hitting the panic alarm? Are you worried? Are you scared of the Las Vegas Raiders here? 2-0. They beat the Ravens that beat the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it in Baltimore? No, they won at home. They went to Pittsburgh, beat the Steelers, solid team who beat the Bills, good team. Won 2 games. They're playing the Dolphins this week, which I'm already giving them a dub, so they're going to be 3-0, tops in the NFL, have the best record in the NFL. I know it's early, but still 3-0, riding really good. I've always liked Derek Carr. I've always thought he's a good quarterback, hasn't had the right pieces around them at times. And then when John Gruden got there, trading Khalil Mack and trading everybody, Amari Cooper, right now at 2-0, seems like he's done something right. But if you're the rest of the league, are you scared of the Raiders? Are you hitting the panic alarm and you don't want to play them? Who wants to go?
If you're the rest of the league, if you're the Dolphins, yeah, you're scared right now. But
if you're the Dolphins, you're scared of the Jets, bro. How about that?
Nah, fuck the Jets. They're garbage. Jets are garbage. But yeah, if you're the Dolphins, yeah, you're scared. The rest of the league, you're, I wouldn't say scared, but you're focused going into that game for sure. The only cause for concern if you're a Raiders fan is that Derek Carr right now is questionable, and their running back, I forget his name right now, Josh Jacobs. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's probably gonna miss the next game. So, all
right,
that's about it.
Okay, Kelly's, you got any thing you want to add to that?
They're a good team, and like you said, Derek Carr is an above-average quarterback. You know what I mean? He's not Jared Goff, but he's not Aaron Rodgers. He's kind of somewhere in the middle there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, their weapons, other than Darren Waller, their weapons are okay. They're fine, but they have a good scheme apparently.
Who's that kid? The receiver was doing pretty
Henry
well for
Ruggs.
Where's he from? Was he Oklahoma or is he in Alabama?
He's Alabama.
Alabama guy?
But that's home runner buzz. Like, that guy's not going to go out there and get you 10 catches for 150 yards. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
He just hits you deep. They're good. Yeah, they're good. You know what I mean? They're fine. I'm not thinking that they're going to be anything, super dangerous for any of the good teams. You know what I mean? They beat, like I said, week 1, you catch them off guard. The Ravens came in with their entire offensive line hurt and no running backs. That'll shake you. Yeah. Whatever. You get a good win. Pittsburgh is good. They're not great, but again, they did a good job. But they're not oh no, the new power. Watch out.
I got you. I'm gonna give them their up and coming status. I'm gonna give them their due. I think the league should be on notice. The Raiders, if they play well in that stadium, they can build a whole home field advantage over there at that new Darth Vader Death Star that they got out there in the desert. That shit looks cool as hell.
It's nice out in person. It's nice.
Oh, yeah, it's super cool. I don't want to. Sorry, just to backtrack a second here. I saw Taylor mention a really good thing here. The Chiefs almost lost to the Browns and lost to the Ravens after starting the game with a pick 6 and another interception. That's another thing. The Chiefs could be 0-2 right now. They could have been. I mean, we had them at 1-1, but they could have been 0-2.
Both those games are against good teams too. It's not like they had a weird game against a bad team.
That's true.
Exactly.
The Browns almost beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. Wonky, what about the Raiders?
I think they're going to be good. I think the league should be worried. I think Waller is that guy next to Kelsey in the NFL. Ruggs, he's a home run hitter, but he works well with Carr. And then you got Chucky. I mean, Chucky is. Gruden has them boys.
Yeah, what? Damn.
Hey, and Josh Jacobs may be out, but they got Miami Dolphins' own Kenyon Drake backing him up. They're going to be fine.
They're going to be. I think the Raiders are going to be good. I always like the AFC West is always competitive within the division. All those all their divisional games are always good. I remember there was a few years ago. I think was it the Chiefs that were like, this is quite a few years ago. But the Chiefs were like something like 8-0, super undefeated, having a great season. I think this was the Alex Smith years, and the Raiders hadn't beat anybody. And who was the first loss for the Chiefs that season? The Raiders. You know what I mean? And it's just it can easily happen in those divisional games there. I love watching what they do there. So, all right. It's not bad, bro. Not bad. That was a solid, good round the league NFL breakdown here, you know. But now we're gonna keep it local here. This is the reason Wonky came on, and let's talk something real sad here, okay? Let's pull up. Wait, hold on. Let me get it here. I have video of the post game press conference with Manny Diaz. Let him speak for himself. Yeah, let him speak for himself here. Let me get it up. Can you see it? There he is. Look at him. Yep, he's smart. He's very smart. Yep. Can handle things. That guy.
And that's all of us.
That's all of us. That was the rest of the press room right there. Wonky, I know that's your squad here. I'm sorry that we're putting him on blast like that. But look, bro, there was I've been saying it for I started talking about it on the show last week, but I've been saying it for a little bit longer. They need to make a change at the top, you know, and not just Diaz. I'm talking was this guy Blake James. Blake James. Yeah. Get rid of him. You got to clean house, bro. We're living, and I hate being, bro, we've become the Dallas Cowboys without the talent. You know, we're just a team that lives in the past, that we keep, you know, reminding everybody of how we had swag and when we had all this shit and we used to be good in the 90s and the 80s, you know, but we haven't done a damn thing in a long time, bro. You know, we haven't been competitive. The moment that we think we're going to be good, we start getting all excited. Oh, the U is back. And then we get slapped in the face by a good team, you know, whether it's Clemson, whether it's Wisconsin in a bowl game, whether it's Louisiana Tech in another bowl game shutting us out. FIU, like the list goes on and on and on, and it's a bad list to be on. And Manny Diaz is the common denominator in a lot of these losses. Like, for sure, you know what, Fredo, you did a good job. You came up with the turnover chain, and it was a great gimmick. It caught fire. It got people here. It sold merch. And since the debut of the turnover chain, I think you're like top 5 in the nation in takeaways. Great. It served its purpose. Marketing thing, but there's so many things that are just not complete with this team. So many things that are just it's embarrassing. And Wonky, you as a big time Canes fan, what's the one most frustrating thing right now when you watch this team?
All right,
take a deep breath here.
I don't even know where to begin right now. You know, it's everything from top to bottom. Like when the show was starting, yeah, that's how I feel. Lamar Jackson and Teddy Bridgewater, right? 2 guys that should have been in Miami. Bridgewater was committed. Lamar Jackson played right around the corner. And then you also had RG3, which a lot of people forget about. Okay. Shannon pulled his offer. He was commentating in the FSU game saying Miami was my dream school. And he went to Baylor. We all know what he did in Baylor. You know, that's a whole mess. I think the problem right now, it's from the top. It's the athletic director. You know, we had Mark Richt. I'll never say anything bad about Mark Richt. He's a gentleman, great guy. He retired. We had the money to go out and get somebody like Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin. And Blake James says, okay, we're going to do a nationwide search. 11 hours later, we get Manny Diaz. That's the best. Seriously, come on. You know?
Oh, man. It's 11 hours later.
And you look back at the coaches that we could have gotten. You know, JJ recommended Gary Patterson. We all know what he did in TCU. We could have had a coach like that. We could have gotten Butch Davis. We could have got a Dan Mullen. We could have got Mario Cristobal, that's the guy
that one hurts. That one hurts the most, bro. He just beat Ohio State.
He just beat Ohio State, and he has top 10 recruiting classes every year in Eugene, Oregon. Nobody does that. Not even Chip Kelly when he had Mariota. They went to the national championship. can he say that, you know? And I just want to at least be competitive. I'm not one of those fans that are like, man, you know, we need to get this guy, we're going to win a national championship next year. No, because, you know, you still got Alabama, you got Oklahoma, Ohio State and whatnot, but you have to be good enough to beat the Coastal. We have the blue chip players right now, but Manny Diaz sucks so bad that he makes our players play down to the level of competition, or even worse. I mean, we almost lost to CMU. We lost to FIU. You know, when is it going to be enough for you to say, okay, hey, you know what, Manny, you have to go. Let's get the board of trustees together. Let's spend whatever money we have to spend to get the right guy in first with the athletic director, because it's not just football. Basketball sucks. We're playing in the ACC, which is
a solid point.
Basketball school too, conference too. I'm sorry, you got Duke, you got Syracuse, North Carolina. You know, we can't even be competitive there. And in baseball, we've always been good, and we suck at baseball too.
We just had a guy on our baseball team transfer to FSU. That's how bad the Canes are right now at baseball. That their power hitting first baseman said, I'm gonna go join the go up to FSU. Yeah, dude.
It is so bad, man. I mean,
I got a question for you, Wonky.
Coastal, man. Yeah.
If Mario Cristobal and the Oregon Ducks win the national championship, when we could have had him as the Miami Hurricanes coach, should James Blake be fired? Blake James,
fired right now. He should be fired right now. If it was up to me, I'll pull the Lane Kiffin on him and just leave him at whatever airport we travel to.
Tarmac.
You know, if it was up to me, that's what I would do. This guy is just the worst AD we've ever had. No major sport within Miami is competitive, and it's showing in academics too. Every school right now that's doing good in sports has improved academically. We're sticking in academics right now. We're almost out of the top 50. We suck in all major sports. You know, when is it going to be enough? You know, I think this program is cursed. Right now, we should have had 8 national championships. That's just my opinion. You know, Ohio State, when we beat FSU in 2000, and then they won the national championship, and then Gino Torretta, I think it was him, or Testaverde, throwing 5 interceptions.
That was Testaverde,
Yeah, Testaverde. It's like, this program is cursed, man. I don't know.
I think you're right. I definitely think it's a bigger issue than just football, and that's a good point. I think a lot of the times we just kind of focus on the football part of it. But yeah, he has not done a good job top to bottom when it comes to any of the sports. Really, it's just an ugly look all the way around. Man, how do I want to know like how to properly preface this? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get like too much of a dick. You know? Hold on a second. Sorry.
Do it.
Anyway, when it comes to
no one ever complained about too much, dude.
all right. Well, so look, let's move on from the Blake and the Fredo here. Okay, let's forget about those two guys. It's a waste. We're not going to get anything better there. There's a lot of issues, and I know that you've had a problem, Wonky, with the guys that are getting the playing time right now and not taking advantage. You were saying, like, well, you were texting me throughout the game and telling me, yo, we need to get bench. Was it Mallory? Bench King? Bench who else was it? You gave me a whole list. It was like basically the whole starting lineup that need to be benched and need to give the guys, you know, some playing time. I think they're starting to do it. I was reading some of the reports that at practice today, they had some other guys looking like they were getting second team reps and third and first team reps. Looks like they might be giving some of these freshmen a chance. Hopefully that, you know, comes to fruition. I was saying it a couple of weeks ago, and you guys and Achilles was like, no, there's no issue. I think there's something wrong with De'Aaron King. Like, I don't think there's
healthy, bro. Like,
but if he's not,
he came back too fast, and now he's getting bashed to bits by a horrible offensive line.
But he looked
he's bad at football.
so bad on Saturday. It looked like a Wildcat running back trying to play quarterback. It was horrible.
He got mashed in the game against whatever
Michigan State.
Appalachian State.
Yeah, he went out of the game more than once because he was getting beaten to death.
See, this is my thing now though. If you're App State, or I mean if you're De'Aaron King and you're the Canes here, if De'Aaron King is healthy, you shouldn't play him. He's not good right now. Like, he's not, and you're not going to get anything. This team should be 0-3. You know, we squeaked by an App State, which App State's going to have a good season. You know, let's be real. App State, wherever they're at, they're going to have. You know, they're going to.
No. I'm done with that. No.
Stop. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll stop that. But we should be 0-3. All right. Playing a guy who's almost damn near 30, who's bounced around 2 different teams here. Like, we're not going to get anything out of this. This team needs a lot more than just a quarterback change. But you need to hit that. Where's my panic button? Here we go. You hit that panic button. You freak out and you start playing the guys that are going to be there for a while. You're not
wrong. You're not wrong, but that's not
go
on,
with Van Dyke.
That's not on De'Aaron King. That's not his fault.
I know, but I'm saying if you're De'Aaron King and you're healthy, you shouldn't play, and if you're injured, you shouldn't play. At this point right now, you shouldn't play, bro. Like, it's a detriment to the team if you think you can play because you think you're healthy, and it's definitely a detriment to the team and yourself if you aren't healthy, you're injured, and you're out there trying to do stuff because it's a bad look. He looked so bad on Saturday. It was seriously like it was snap. He couldn't go through any progressions. He had no zip on the ball, none whatsoever. Just lofting these things out there. Really, just and his progressions were like, look at my main receiver, then quickly just glance, tuck and run, and that's all he was doing. He's shook. He can't function properly as a quarterback. And right now we're so jacked up. You gotta roll the dice here and play one of these younger guys and start moving some pieces around.
I just got to say this, Edwin. I mean, De'Aaron King might be the beast of our problems. And I'll say this. Our offensive line, we have our whole offensive line returning. Within everybody in the P5, I think we have 91% of the guys return back, and we're playing worse than what we did last year. It doesn't make any sense. So if you put somebody like Jake Garcia, which I think is the future of the Miami Hurricanes, behind that offensive line, he's going to get killed. He's just going to get killed. De'Aaron King, he's playing to see if he can get like a spot in the NFL. He's not going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, but if they could put him in there in the slot or whatever, just find a position for him. There's other positions within the field that you're playing upperclassmen. Like, I'm trying to be respectful.
Nah, bro, fuck that, dude. Come on.
Zach McLeod, this is like his 7th year playing defensive end. They're trying to find a spot for him. He's just not good. Why can't we put somebody else in that position? I'm seeing D. Wiggins play. Why is he getting reps over somebody like Brinson or Jacoby George, which we heard so many great things about? I mean, you listen to Manny Diaz saying, hey, you know what? We're 1-2. What do I tell recruits to come to Miami? We have a losing record. Come be the solution. Dude, you have the solution in your bench and you're playing upperclassmen like Will Mallory that's dropping wide open touchdowns, can't block. It's, again,
you know what, bro? I completely agree with you, and I was thinking about just that point. Like, I reminisced right now to that fucking show about The Rock. When they remember what is
Young Rock.
Young Rock. Where he's at the University of Miami and he's coming off that injury, but he's playing really well at practice. But then fucking right behind him is what's his name? That took his spot. That played for the Bucks forever.
Oh, Warren Sapp.
Right behind him was Warren Sapp and took his position. That's what the U was always like. They were known for that internal competition, and your spot was never safe. Yeah. And that's why those guys always played at the top of their game. I don't think that's going on right now with that program, bro.
No, it's not, man. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance and swag and how many followers you got online and this and all that crap. And I sound like an old man here, but it's the truth. It's they've lost all merit. And here's the big thing. And here's one of the reasons I wanted to really talk to Wonky about. Right now, I firmly believe, and I know Achilles is on board with this, I think the NCAA is going to go through a major change right now. I think all of college football we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg right now with this NIL stuff. It's going to get bigger. It's going to be more widespread. And you're going to need people that are going to understand how to manage that. A Temple coach, is not going to be able to relate to guys that are all of a sudden making almost as much money as he is, and playing on his team, and they're not going to listen to him. You need somebody that understands the dynamic of dealing with athletes with money, okay? Before, it was all done in secret, don't say that you got all this money, this and that, and everything. But now that it's out in the open, it's a game changer, bro. You know what I mean? This is what we talked about with Beast a couple of weeks ago. Now the kid can be driving around in the Ferrari on South Beach, and it's cool. He doesn't have to hide it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, because that's such an interesting dynamic in how it's going to change. You need somebody that understands how to deal with people, who's dealt with people like this before. That's why I continue to say that we can't go after a coach who's from some school or a career-long college assistant. As much as I love Ken Dorsey, that's my dude. I think that this NIL thing has passed Ken Dorsey, and that he's not a good fit for that anymore. He's an old school guy. He's going to command respect, this and that, but he's not, it won't fit. As much as I would love for him to do it, it won't fit at UM. Might fit at FIU if he wants to replace Butch Davis. When they're done, it's a smaller program, things like that. But if UM really wants to make a difference and get back on track, like we talked about it in the last few weeks here, it's an urban center on the coast. You have all these recruits. You have all this potential. You got to go after a big NFL guy, either a guy who's been around or who's been taking a seat. I have a guy in mind that I like a lot. I think Bill O'Brien, who's right now the OC who replaced Sarkisian, who at Alabama. Sarkisian went and took the job at Texas, right? Yeah. So he's at Texas. Bill O'Brien's there. Bill O'Brien had a good run with the Texans. At the end, it kind of got messed up when he tried to be GM and everything, and then he helped the Dolphins with all those bad trades. But remember, he's also the guy that replaced Paterno after all that bullshit at Penn State and had a really bad first season, but then bounced back and brought him back and had a really solid second season, so much so that he, got offered an NFL job. He understands personalities. He understands, guys with money. He's been around it. I feel like somebody like that would be the mold. He's been he's the OC right now at Alabama. He wants a chance to prove himself. He's done the NFL stuff. Yeah. Obviously, he could do the college stuff because he did it at Penn State. I think he'd be a good fit that has all those little boxes that you could check off for this new type of college football that we're going to see.
And he'd be welcome to Miami with open arms, I could tell you.
I'll tell you, right now.
Roll out the red carpet for that game.
I think this is just my prediction. I think because he's a Penn State guy,
I
think James Franklin will end up in USC, and then Penn State will go back to O'Brien. That's just my prediction. To me, the guy that I want is Mario Cristobal. I think everybody wants him, the alumni. Now,
that's not gonna happen.
Who do I think would help out with the NIL?
I was trying to be realistic, Wonky. Come on. I know I want Cristobal too, but come on.
No, it's the board of trustees. You have Sofer that she 2 years back said, hey, I'm willing to pay up to $10 million to get Cristobal here. So that there's within the board of trustees people that are willing to spend. After January, the buyout drops to $6.5 million for Cristobal, and supposedly the rumor is his wife wants to be here. We all know he has his family here. He even said it when he spoke when he got introduced as the Oregon head coach, talking up Miami, saying how he was going to miss his family. His mom didn't want him to leave. So, that he still has that within his heart, and I think it's his dream job. But more than that, to your point with the NIL deal, I think the perfect guy to get, and I know there's some teams, some schools that have just an AD role for football, Alonzo Highsmith. He's been in the NFL. He's been a GM. He knows how to handle the financial side of things. He wants to be here in Miami if offered, supposedly within the forums that I go to and people that are connected say that he will accept the job. I think having a guy like that would really, really help out. And I don't know if it'll happen. Mario Cristobal is the guy that I want. Also, a couple of other coaches like Luke Fickle and Napier as well. Billy Napier. Those are some good guys too. So,
look, I like what you're saying there. As an old school Canes fan, as a guy who grew up, yeah, that makes sense. But here's the problem. We got a guy that's even more pizzazz. We got a guy who's got even more credibility, who's more recent than Highsmith, who has more. He also has a gold jacket that Highsmith doesn't have, right? And Ed Reed all day long around the program as the chief of staff, and the athletes, the players don't give a shit about that stuff anymore. That stuff about guys that used to be good, the guys all over the walls.
No,
the guys
but that's not what he's saying.
this.
He's saying that he has front office experience and loves the program.
He does. He does.
He's going to put in the effort. He's not saying that because Alonzo Highsmith comes, all of a sudden.
No, for sure. I know Alonzo Highsmith has got a great track record, but the problem is he also has those ties to UM, and I feel like that's what's going to be showcased to everybody, and the kids are just going to just fucking blow it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like it. It makes sense, right. and I think it's an upgrade over what we have right now. Absolutely.
I don't think the kids are going to blow it off based off of what marketing is showing. I think the kids will react to the way he interacts with them. And if he has the skill set to do what you're asking, then he's a good candidate for the job. And he was actually one of those guys that was rumored to take over the job when they hired Mark Richt. Like right before they hired Mark Richt, he was one of those guys whose name was in the hat. Yeah.
Ed Reed is here part-time. He's not. Yeah, he's here. He's hired, but like he has a sweet gig. I mean, he's here like
just show up and hang out, bro.
He disappears, you know. It's not the same. So
it's just hard to watch, man. It really is. It's just hard to watch. It's unbelievable that we've become this. Man, dude, we're pathetic. Just straight up like it's.
I think you need to look in your own conference for how to do it. Look at UNC. You get someone that people know, Mac Brown, and it completely changed that program. That was a bullshit laughing stock team. And he showed up, and now they, get preseason top 10. To me, you need to find one of these coaches that's been at a school forever, done a really good job, and is coming towards the end of that tenure or whatever that big school is. And then, hey, come on over to Miami, man.
I mean, that's what they did with Mark Richt.
And it worked. And it worked until he retired.
Wait, how are you going to tell him? What are you going to tell him?
No, man, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about what?
No, but you say Mark Richt, but that was the perfect hire, and the program was on the way back up before he left, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Mark Richt was at the end of his rope at Georgia. You bring him over here. Listen, I haven't done the research, but there has to be coaches out there that are that same kind of area where they've been at the school forever. They've had a ton of success, and their time is winding down. I think that's the kind of guy you need to bring.
Yeah, we just need an AD. I mean, we got 2 Temple coaches. We got the 2 worst Temple coaches that he could have gotten. And then what's this man's name? Matt Rule, the Carolina coach now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Temple coach. He got hired by Baylor. Look how great Baylor did, and now he's we got the wrong guy again.
Yeah, now he's in the NFL. And we're still here sniffing, Fredo over here. Sucks. By the way, if you like Fredo, we lemoncitylive.com/shop. We got a really nice I'm smart, I can handle things Manny Diaz shirt.
With maybe your greatest photo ever taken.
Yeah, it was a pretty good picture.
Oh, yeah,
you can submit that to National Geographic, bro.
Yeah, just the
wild man Diaz in his
Manny
saddest
state. Just looking, he just looked right at me with like this thing, like I don't know what I'm doing here. And that's our coach. That's who's leading us. And again, I still think I'm not one to. I believe in demotion. I don't think you need to fire the guy. I don't think he would accept a demotion.
He's tainted, dude. You can't.
But I'm just saying the guy the guy has brought some good stuff, but overall, like we've been giving that guy the longest leash ever. Randy Shannon wouldn't get that. Larry Coker wouldn't get that. Al Golden didn't get that. Nobody's gotten as long a leash as damn Manny Diaz, bro. And nobody's embarrassed us as much as Manny Diaz either. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst part.
You can't keep that guy in the program. You just can't do it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, those third down blitzes, 12 yards off the ball. It's like no disguised defense. It doesn't work anymore. And then he forgot how
to do defense,
30 points down. It just has to go, bro.
Or the worst tackling team in the history of football ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can't wait. What's 26's name, bro? He's been all over Twitter, dude. What?
The worst play in football history?
Gervin Hall.
What the hell was Gervin Hall doing, dude?
He had a
has he like hey bro, I thought it was Dennis Aquino and he was time traveling and I got confused. What's his reasoning for hey, I'm gonna tackle you? No, I'm not. Doing the psych at the last second and blocking somebody else.
I don't know. I don't care. I just want him to get that number off his jersey. Number 26 should never ever be worn by that guy again, bro.
That's true.
That was embarrassing, man.
That's true. I didn't even thought about the whole 26. You know what? Damn. I know Tenard, I think he's flying right now. He's traveling. I don't know. Is he going to Atlanta or coming back from Atlanta? But I would like to ask him what he thinks about that guy, embarrassing the U there and rocking his boy Sean Taylor's number. Anyway. All right. So Canes, man, hard times there. The good thing is they got, what is it? Who are they playing this week?
Central Connecticut State, bro.
Oh, that's right.
That's going to be a tough game for Manny.
Knowing him, yep. Absolutely. Gus seems to be having some technical issues here, so he will.
You gotta watch out for the Blue Devils, bro. I knew about them when my time at Harvard. It was in that whole weird, in the Northeast where football isn't any good.
Nice little Harvard. All right. So Wonky, what this Central Michigan? What is it? Central Connecticut.
Central Connecticut, yes.
Okay. What's can you confidently say we're gonna win this game? no matter who's the quarterback, or are you legit scared? Am I hitting the panic alarm here for you?
No, we're gonna win. I mean, even if the coaches don't show up and the players just like freestyle, we're gonna win. It's just we have that much more talent. My hope is to make it competitive enough.
All right.
Central Connecticut State, whatever university, where they're like, you know what, Manny Diaz needs to go. And I hope he gets fired by that game. That's just that's my wish. That's what I'm hoping.
If that's your wish, then you want them to lose the game. That's the real way.
You know what? It is what it is. They lost. Let's go fire Manny Diaz.
Yeah, if they lose that game, there's no way he survives.
Let's do. All right, I'm all for it. I could definitely get down with that.
Honestly, as long as FSU keeps being worse, I think he's gonna keep his job.
That's the worst thing right now, dude. Yeah,
I think FSU is the only reason he's still here.
FSU is
I
playing.
don't understand how they could be that much worse.
Unbelievable.
FSU is stuck because they're still paying Willie Taggart, and they're paying this guy Norvell now, which I think he's a good coach. You got to give him at least 5 years. You know, I'm being sarcastic. That guy sucks.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just weird that, like, if FSU beats Jacksonville State or whatever, I think Manny Diaz is gone, because you can't at that point be like, oh no, look. And it's the same thing like you said with the Dolphins. Like, I think everyone's not panicking all the way with the Dolphins because the Jets are just fucking garbage, and they're gonna be so much worse than the Dolphins, no matter how bad the Dolphins are, that you'll be like, at least we're not the Jets.
Bro, I heard some interesting audio. Did you hear it was Robert Saleh, whatever his name is, the coach, after the game with Zach Wilson.
Salad.
He was telling him, he's like, hey, look, you know, apparently the issue with Zach Wilson is he's trying to make every play look cool, you know, and he's just getting himself. He doesn't know. According to Salah, he said he's got to play some boring football, you know, because boring football is going to get you the wins. That's what he said in the press conference. Apparently, this guy's too, you know, I'm just going to go out there. Gunslinger, bro. Gonna make some plays. You know, I'm gonna scramble out of the pocket and sling it across the field 60 yards. And then, you know,
he did it in shorts, and everyone creamed their pants. And now he's like, "Well, I got to do that every week."
Yeah. Wait a minute. How is he complaining about this guy being a gunslinger? He obviously was that in college too.
Yeah.
You drafted him. You had to have known what you were getting.
Hold on. What's going on with our boy Cap over here, bro? Gentlemen, just wanted to say hi and bye. Got to slip my wrist with the butter knife. Guys, take care, safe, and good night, everyone. I guess it's the Canes talk.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or Dolphins, or both.
Yeah, hard times for our fans here. Oof, it's a bad one there, bro. Hey, I wanted to give a shout out, a big thank you to our friend MJ Acosta, good friend of ours, frequent guest of the show, the host of NFL Network's Total Access. If you check out her social media, she gave us out a nice shout out, and she's rocking our Ballin' Grandma's t-shirt that we sent her, and big thank you for that. So if you want your own shirt, again, lemoncitylive.com/shop. We got some nice stuff, man. Somebody buy something. I worked hard on those. We all collaborated. It's a team effort here, bro. Hook us up, man. But anyway, big thank you to MJ Acosta for that. I wanted to make sure we got that out there.
You didn't even talk about Inter Miami finally looking like they're supposed to look. Like every team in this fucking state was horseshit except for the University of Florida. That's it. And they lost, and they were still the best team in the state.
They lost. FSU lost. UM lost. FIU lost.
For me personally, Auburn lost a tough game. Like, it was all L's for me this weekend, just straight up.
Seriously, Inter Miami finally, you know, came back to reality 4-1. Although they're playing tomorrow. Who are they playing tomorrow? Do you know?
Nashville.
I'm
pretty sure they've never beat.
Okay, awesome. Good time.
They're missing both center backs. Got yellow card accumulation suspensions last game.
Oh God.
Inter Miami, bro. Hard times.
Team, bro. I can't.
Everyone, well, congratulations on the Marlins keeping us afloat. Insane, you know, they got a couple of wins.
They're like 500 million games under 500.
Bro,
we had to wait. They had to wait to be eliminated from the playoffs, start winning games.
What's happened, man? What has happened? It's a hard time here, but
gotta get the heat back. Oh God, please.
Yeah, well, basketball training camp starts next week, right? That's the one that Ben Simmons said he's not going to report to.
Oh, yeah. What a clown.
Right. So we got that to look forward to. All right, so we got some good stuff. Yeah, all right, I think we're good. I think it's been a solid show. Cap, hopefully, thanks for chiming in there at the end, and Taylor, Nestor, everybody else who commented, Jonathan.
Shout out to Taylor for taking that fantasy football L.
Oh, throw him in his honorary pit.
Oh yes, where is it? Where is it? The Taylor Richmond Memorial Pit. Here you go, Taylor.
Oh no!
There you go. Throw him in the pit, dude. Taking the L. Let me throw myself in the pit. Let me go join you.
Oh no!
Oh, dude, put me in there. I had the low.
Oh no!
I scored 89 points.
Yeah, the worst showing in the league, bro.
So bad.
You were. You know what, bro? Gus, did you win?
Yeah, I beat Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You beat Taylor. The rest of us
Hated it.
complete trash, bro. We have nothing.
In my other league, I lost because I benched Derrick Henry. How about that? Now I'm the real phony here.
Oh my god!
Damn, dude. Son of a bitch, Taylor. I need my butter knife. Dude, hard times, man. There for you, bro. Yeah. You know what? Achilles, yeah.
Oh no!
You deserve it,
Double
dude.
pitted up.
Double pitted, bro.
100% deserve it.
Yeah, man. That's a bad look, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Gus, you didn't give me any on these days nuggies today, bro. You told me you had
man,
some.
I completely forgot.
You are the worst. Oh man,
Phony, we're all phonies.
all phonies over here. This, I guess, I don't know. What is this?
Yes!
Yeah, I forgot that we had my embarrassing Dono video, dude.
No,
Man.
now you just cemented yourself as the number one phony today because
For
that'll
real.
live in infamy that you did not play that when he was on.
I
the show.
made that, Wonky. I made that video for Dono when he was on the show. Was it last week or the week before?
2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago. He was on the show, came and joined us, hung out. We had a good time. I made that video especially for him to play it while he was on the show. And I played it as soon as he left because I forgot. As soon as he left the show, I was like, oh, and I was just dumbstricken like an idiot, you know? I'm a moron. I'm the worst. I'm an awful human being, man. I'm not good at this stuff. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Somebody go buy a shirt, make me feel better.
Why are you trashing yourself so hard, dude?
Bro, it's been a bad week, man. It's been a bad week. Every team let me down. My fantasy teams let me down. Like I need a dub, bro. I need a dub.
Well,
You know?
it's the championship game in fantasy baseball. So
Oh yes, my fantasy baseball. Wonky, I'm sorry you I was looking forward to playing you. I was also most scared of your team out of everybody else's team in the league. I'm not gonna lie. You had like I don't know how many players in the top 25 on your starting lineup. It was disgusting.
I just want to forget.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't know. Let's see. What's my current right? Last check, I was 5-5. I mean, it's only Tuesday, so we'll see. But right now, as it stands, up to the minute, I'm down 6-7 to Trevor's bedtime story. So I don't know who that guy is, but fuck him. I'm gonna kick his ass, and I'm gonna get my first ever fantasy baseball championship, bro. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Achilles, we're gonna do Friday. Can we do Friday? Maybe.
I'm
got F1?
not the one who can't do Fridays, bro. Don't.
All right. Give me a little.
Like, oh, are you going to be available on Friday? That's on y'all.
I'm just checking. You know, you're the anchor here. You're the anchor. All right. If in case we can't do it, give me one couple minutes here of F1 just in case. What do we got?
Oh, well, we're coming back off the break from
Yes.
Monza, going to Sochi.
Wonky Monza. Just know it's the Temple of Speed.
That's
Okay,
its nickname.
that's the nickname.
Yeah,
Write that down. Write that down. That's the track. That's the track in Italy. All right. So if someone asks anything about Formula One, just say, "Oh yeah, Monza," and you'll look really cool when you say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Monza. All right.
Which was an absolute shit show. More crashes with Hamilton and Max.
Yep.
Other crashes. It was as good a race as I've been able to watch as
Yes.
my early time as a F1 fan, bro. From qualifying to the sprint to the race, it was just pure fucking chaos.
Domination from
Oh my God,
Bottas.
I love
Great memes.
Dude, it was insane. Like I said, there were so many like crashes and just cars breaking and penalties here. It was just like insanity the entire time.
So wait, what's your fandom counter at? Like, how many months in are you now? So you were like, best F1 fan 2 weeks running. You for a total of 2 weeks. You're probably like at 2 to 3 months.
I'll look up. I'll look at the schedule.
Okay.
Because
right after Monaco.
Yeah,
I think it was right after Monaco that we started getting into
the first
it.
one I watched, was Azerbaijan. It was Baku.
Okay, so man, look at that, dude. We're pretty proud over here, bro. We've been F1 fans for like a solid 2 months. You know,
So yeah, but again, with all the crashes, nothing really changed in the leaderboard. It's still super tight with Max and Hamilton because they keep smashing each other to bits and no one's getting an edge.
Telling you, bro, it's gonna.
So we'll see
amazing.
now in Russia. We'll see who can maybe not get crashed and actually pull away.
What's the start time for the race? Do you know?
It's going to probably be around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier because that is further west.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or east, excuse me.
Let's see. Race.
Oh, and on this day in 1991,
all right,
USA Basketball announces the Dream Team for the 1992 Olympics.
Oh, like that. You know what? That is not even an on this day. You know what? That gets a little extra. That's a little spicy sports nugget there. So, man.
What was the one I sent you guys about Max Scherzer? He's played 10 games and has a sub 1 ERA.
Oh,
and is undefeated, bro. Like, how is that fair? Like, I understand there's no salary cap, but there needs to be something in place in baseball where the fucking Dodgers can't just get Max Scherzer. Like, it's unbelievable, dude.
It is. It's pretty gross. I have a good one for you, though. Let me see. I'm trying to. Oh, man, where is it?
While you're looking for that,
give me
on this
one.
day.
There we go. Rapid fire.
In 1988, Mike Tyson smashes a TV camera outside of his Bernardsville, New Jersey home.
Ooh, look at that.
That's the least violent thing he probably ever did in his life.
Yeah. Then he probably ate its children.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I got a spicy sports. So I came across this right before the show. This was almost my juice of the week, but General Booty was just undefeated. Okay. General Booty was undefeated, but check this out, dude. So the vice president of Suriname.
Oh, yes.
Did you hear this?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you hear this? Wonky. Get a load of this. All right. The vice president of Suriname, who is 60 years old. Okay. He's also the owner of a team, soccer team. He basically Roger Dorned himself. He said, hey, I'm activating myself. I'm 60 years old, and I'm going to play in a CONCACAF League game against Olympia tonight. 60 years old, and he's taking the pitch for the team he owns, dude. The team he owns at 60. And if you look at the picture of him, it's glorious. It is glorious.
I'm seeing that like blow up on Twitter a little bit, and I saw something else that's like, another fun fact. He's like wanted by Interpol. Like if he ever left Suriname, he would get arrested. Like he's the kind of person who would own a soccer team and play himself at 60 years old.
Wow, nice. Let me see. Hold on. I think I can pull up the picture here. Let me see so I can give a little visual because
it was a really good. I saw that today. It was really funny.
Right? It's so nice. Hold on. Here it is.
CONCACAF, bro.
And Olympia is a good team. Where they're from
Honduras or
I think so. Yeah.
America. Yeah.
Here we go. Look at this.
They're from Costa Rica.
Wonky, look at this guy. That guy is playing soccer tonight. 6 years old. I like how he gave himself 61 or 67. I'm not sure on the uniform number.
I think it's 1.
61?
That's a 1.
That's a solid one right there, bro. That guy is
captaining also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said, you take. Oh, that's right. I didn't even notice. He's got the armband on. This guy's amazing, dude.
Jesus Christ. What a character, man.
Dude. So it's Roger Dorn. That's all it is. You know, he's like, yeah, bro, I'm just going to activate myself and, play third base tonight. Bringing it back. You know, that's impressive, bro. That's going to be on Ted. Get ready. That's season 3 of Ted Lasso right there. When Ted takes the pitch next season,
It's Suriname as the Suriname national team coach, and he has to deal with this guy.
He's going to be awesome, dude. It's going to be wonderful. That was great. Thank you, Vice President of Suriname. I don't even know, much else about the guy, but that was the winner there. Close. You can see why it almost beat General Booty, but General Booty undefeated.
All time.
All time.
And on this day,
here we go. One more.
We're fitting
this one's for Achilles, Duke of Beef Wellington. In 1192, English King Richard I the Lionhearted was captured by Leopold V, Duke of Austria. How about that?
Wow.
Lionheart.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Did you think you were going to come on here and just talk Canes? Did you think you were just going to come on here and talk Canes or not get educated here, bro? How about that?
Richard I is a phony, according to Achilles.
What happened?
I said he's a phony, bro. Like, I united England, blah, blah, blah. You know how that guy died? Yeah. He was just riding his horse like around to the castle, and some kid randomly shot a crossbow and fucking killed him.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. And that's why Austria has 2 races in Formula 1 now.
Look at that. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy. Oh, Taylor's blowing up the chat here. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go, bro.
There now.
Leopold V, also known as the Red Bull.
Look at that. Oh, the Red Bull, huh?
Yeah, I just made that up. That's not true.
So that was too coincidental right there. That was pretty good, though. Nicely done.
That would have been great.
All right, that's our cue to get out of here, bro. That's we're trying to cram in.
I can give you more phonies and bullies on ancient fucking generals if we want to go down that route.
We'll save it for the next one. We'll save it for the next one here. I got to get the imagery ready. Wonky, big thanks, bro. Thanks for sticking out with us. I don't know if you had plans. I saw that the Manny game behind you already ended.
Oh, did he win?
Did he win?
He must have lost because he usually says something to the guy when he just like stormed out.
Yeah. Was he playing with the Ravens? That's what it looked like. Is he a Ravens guy?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. Probably.
I haven't played. I play Madden, but I just do the franchise mode by myself. I've been building my Dolphins dynasty. Pretty awesome. But I haven't done the online in a while. Monkey and I used to throw down on some Madden games online back in the day, bro. Used to be pretty intense. But he's a PlayStation guy now, so he's got no friends, and I'll just stay on Xbox. Wagi, you didn't think you were gonna come on here, talk Canes, and get educated on all the things you got educated on. You found out about geography, ancient history, Suriname politics. You found out a lot, So congrats on that. Thanks again for hanging out with us, dude. You're more than welcome to join us again whenever you want. You obviously know way too much about Hurricanes football and stuff that you shouldn't, but bro, I'm proud of you. Keep it going. Gus,
thank you.
As always, great show. Big thank you to everybody who participated in the chat. Big thanks to Achilles. Big thank you to 5 Reasons Sports Network for being our streaming partner and letting us broadcast on their YouTube page. Big thank you again to MT Acosta for hooking us up. If you want any of the shirts that we talked about on today's show, go to lemoncitylive.com/shop. Hit us up. Good times there. You can get that I'm Smart Fredo shirt, and you can get the sweet Ballin' Grandma since 1988 shirt. Again, thank you to everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Adios, muchachos. Say goodbye, everybody.